ZLD's Time Vault Games from Bellingham, Mass. And with your help, we can reach 2,500 subscribers. As a thank you, I'll be giving out a custom leather playmat to one lucky subscriber when we get there, so be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We have Hogaak leading out with a Stitcher Supplier off of Underground Sea, hitting a Bloodghast and a Vengevine and a Cabal Therapy, so super spicy here for Joseph, leading out that Stitcher Supplier, practically a Ancestral Recall, giving him access to 3 impactful cards. A Hedron Crab entering the battlefield. That's going to bring back the Bloodghast. If he has another creature, the Vengevine is going to be coming back too. The other Bloodghast being put in thanks to the Hedron Crab. And now Cabal Therapy goes to work on Arnold's hand. So many effects, and Arnold actually scooping it up there. No chance of making a comeback from that brutal start. Stitcher Supplier into Hedron Crab with just a ton of graveyard effects. Just too much for Blue-Red Delver to handle. And I'm actually surprised that he showed his hand. May have actually been worthwhile to just scoop. All we had seen up until that point was a Brainstorm, so it actually doesn't tell you very much about the deck. So many decks in Legacy going to be playing Brainstorm. But Joseph now armed with the knowledge that it is Blue-Red Delver. These guys might know each other, however. So totally possible that Joseph already knew that Arnold was on Delver, and it would not have made a difference. Hogaak, such a powerful deck. Really awesome to see a new graveyard strategy emerging. Of course, your Dredge, very often maligned. I'm not entirely sure why Hogaak just resonates better with players. I think a lot more players have jumped to playing it. They have a lot more fun with it. And just generally, it's better received than Dredge has been in the past. I personally don't have a problem with Dredge, but it's probably one of the most complained about archetypes. And Hogaak somehow avoids those criticisms. Perhaps it's because the games play out differently so often. Dredge often looks exactly the same, dredging back a Grave Troll for each draw, whereas Hogaak has so many interactions. It also has that combo finish, so you're not sitting around waiting for things to go sideways. It just gets wrapped up in a hurry if they land an Altar of Dementia, and Arnold's going to need to be prepared to face this down in Game 2, Once Upon a Time leading out. So many new printings finding their way into the Hogaak builds. Once Upon a Time, a relatively new printing. And that is going to find the big guy himself. He is in hand. Not really the most exciting card to have in hand. It's often going to come right out of the graveyard once you've put cards in there with your Stitcher Suppliers and Hedron Crabs. Brainstorm in response to this Gravecrawler and a Young Pyromancer along with a Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's can do a lot to slow down Hogaak at times. There are other times where it does very little. The fact that you can Brainstorm into it does make it a solid choice, however, for a Delver deck. Is often they're going to look to keep the game going and cantripping, trying to optimize their hand selection as compared to a card like Leyline of the Void. If you Brainstorm into it in Blue-Red Delver, it's hot garbage. Wasteland taking out one of Joseph's lands. We've got a Delver on board along with the Tormods, and currently Joseph actually would win the race just as is, but he's able to jam a Hogaak and, for good measure, add a Hedron Crab. Delver does flip. Arnold mulling this over, facing down an 8/8 Hogaak. That graveyard able to power him out. It's possible Tormods could have been used to delay it, but It is a little bit of inevitability when you're facing down a Hedron Crab. Not much of an ask to get a few cards into the graveyard. Any land, particularly a fetch land, does so much work. 3 in the air. And now a careful study is resolving. Getting a Bloodghast. And now we've got a Bloodghast trigger along with a Hedron Crab. And interestingly, Arnold actually responding to the crab trigger. I think that's a little inaccuracy. I think you probably want to let that trigger resolve and then surgical. If the next 3 cards off the top of the deck were Bloodghasts, then you'd actually completely blank the Hedron Crab's ability. So I think it's actually much worse to do it that way. A Bridge from Below going into the graveyard. Tormod's wiping out the graveyard, but the 8/8's still on board. Is he going to have an answer for it? A Bolt clears the Hedron Crab. And just like that, Hogaak crosses the finish line no problem against Blue-Red Delver. That 8/8 body just too much, even in the face of a couple of burn spells, just not able to take down the 8/8. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.